Hello students. In the last video we have explained the reasons behind the working of the law of demand. In that topic we have said that price effect is a combination of income effect and substitution effect. We know that price effect is the change in quantity demanded due to change in price. Income effect, the change in quantity demanded due to change in income or real income of the consumer, and substitution effect is the effect that happens when a consumer substitute a low priced product instead of a high priced product. These effects, that is price effect, can be split up into income effect and substitution effect. In this video, we are going to analyze the methods of decomposing price effect into income effect and substitution effect. Theoretically, there are two methods to separate the price effect into income effect and substitution effect. The methods are Hicksian method and Slutsky method. Hicksian method developed by J.R. Hicks, and another method, Slutsky method, developed by Slutsky, another economist. Initially we are explaining Hicksian method. Hicks separated income effect and substitution effect by using compensating variation in income method. The method used by Hicks is termed as compensating variation in income method. We have already said that change in demand due to change in price is price effect, and this price effect can be identified through PCC, price consumption curve. Similarly, income effect is the effect on consumption as a result of variation in income, which can be analyzed through the income consumption curve. That means income effect can be analyzed through income consumption curve. The process of decomposing income effect and substitution effect can be done using this compensating variation in income method. In this method, we are eliminating one effect to identify another effect. That is, we are eliminating income effect to identify substitution effect. There are different steps in the process of decomposing price effect into income effect and substitution effect. Initially, we are drawing an x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, normally we are representing product X, and on y-axis we are representing product Y. Here we are analyzing the change in price of product X, that is price effect of product X, income effect and substitution effect of product X is being analyzed. Here we have an income price line, original income price line AB. This is the initial income price line of the consumer, and consumer is consuming a particular point on the income price line where the indifference curve is tangent to the income price line. That is plotted here. We will draw the indifference curve later because we need some other explanations. Now, when price of a commodity is decreasing, price of X is decreasing, consumer's income price line will be shifted to AB1. That means now the consumer is able to consume more units of X because the price of X has been decreased. Here consumer is purchasing a particular point on B1. We will draw the income price indifference curve later. Now we got 2 points, a point on AB and a point on AB1 when price of the commodity has been decreased. This change is termed as price effect. That means due to change in price of product X, consumer has been increased the consumption from one point to another point. This is the case of price effect. This price effect can be plotted by using a price consumption curve. That will be done in our coming analysis. Now, in order to identify the income effect and substitution effect, we need to identify any of these effects and we need to eliminate these effects. Now we are going to eliminate income effect to assess the remaining substitution effect. That is, from this price effect we are going to eliminate income effect and automatically the remaining effect will be substitution effect. We know that when price of a product has been decreased, the real income of the consumer has been increased. To eliminate the increased real income, we are taking away some amount of money from the consumer. Once again, in order to eliminate the effect of real income, we are taking away some amount of money from the consumer, and this process is called compensating variation in income. Therefore, when certain amount of money income is removed, the income price line will be A2, B2, because we are removing some amount of money from the consumer, from some amount of income from the consumer. Therefore, the income price line will be shifted backward. Here we are eliminating A2 amount of money from the income of the consumer. Thus we can derive a new income price line A2 B2 which is parallel to AB1, because when income is removed, a parallel shift will happen to income price line. One most important point here is that we have removed some amount of money from the consumer. While doing this process, that is compensating variation in income is the name given to that process. While doing compensating variation in income, we should ensure that the consumer is getting same level of satisfaction. That is, consumer should get a satisfaction level which is equal to the point on AB. AB was the income price line before falling the price of the commodity, and while removing the amount of money from the consumer, we should ensure that consumer is getting same old level of satisfaction. Here the equilibrium point on A2 B2, that is new income price line, is this point we have plotted, and by joining the initial consumption point and final consumption point, we can draw an indifference curve IC1. That means we have taken away some amount of money from the consumer to eliminate income effect, and we have eliminated income effect. We have removed this amount of money from the consumer by keeping the consumer on the same old level of satisfaction. That's why this indifference curve IC1 is tangent to both income price lines AB and A2 B2. That means consumer is having same level of satisfaction when consumer is consuming at a point on IC1. But here it is clear that the consumption of X has been increased. When price of the commodity has been decreased initially, the income price line is AB1 and consumer will be consuming a point on IC2. That means initially consumer was on IC1, and after the decrease in price of the product, consumer is shifting to IC2, and by compensating variation in income we have removed some amount of money, and after removing the amount of money the consumer has moved back to the original indifference curve IC1. Even though the consumer is getting same old satisfaction, the consumer has changed the combination of X and Y that he is consuming. Initial consumption point was point A, and when price of the commodity decreased, consumer moved to point B, and this effect is price effect, and we have eliminated income effect, and after eliminating income effect, the remaining effect is substitution effect. If there is only substitution effect, consumer will be moving to C. That is, after compensating variation in income, consumer has reached point C. Therefore, at point A, consumer is consuming OM of commodity, initial commodity, OM quantity of product X. Then after decrease in price of the product, consumers consumption level has been increased to M1. That is, M1 is the price effect. Due to change in price of the commodity, consumer moved from point A to point B, and we have reached point B by consuming M1 level of product X. Now we are assessing the consumption level after compensating variation in income, and that is M2. Here, movement from M to M2 is the substitution effect, because we have eliminated income effect. Total effect, price effect, is AB, and from AB we have eliminated income effect. The remaining effect is substitution effect. Therefore, movement from A to C is substitution effect. Therefore, according to Hicks, substitution effect is the movement from one point to another point on same indifference curve. Once again, according to Hicks, substitution effect is the movement of the consumer from one point to another point on the same indifference curve. Here, by joining point A and B, we can derive the price consumption curve, because we are drawing price consumption curve by joining the equilibrium points at different levels of prices of a commodity. Here, price of X has been decreased, and as a result of price change, consumer's equilibrium point has been moved from A to B, and by joining A and B, we have derived this PCC, price consumption curve. And while change happened in income, the consumption point has been shifted to C, and by joining C and B, we can derive the income consumption curve. That is, change in income is represented in CB line, and that is plotted by using the income consumption curve. Now, the movement from M to M1 is the price effect, or price effect is equal to M1. Then substitution effect, that is compensating variation in income, has eliminated the income effect, and the remaining effect is M2. Therefore, substitution effect is equal to M2, and the income effect is equal to, the final income effect is equal to M1 minus M2. That is, M1 price effect minus M2 substitution effect, that will be equal to M2 M1. Here, one more point to be noted, that all the movements are positive. That is, substitution effect is always positive, we know. Income effect here also positive, and price effect will be positive, and therefore the product is a normal good. Thus, we have now analyzed the separation of price effect into income effect and substitution effect in case of a normal good. This is the image of decomposing price effect into income effect and substitution effect, and this image is taken from the Google Pictures. Here, original income price line is PQ, and income price line after the change in price of the commodity is PQ dash. The income price line after compensating variation in income is MN. Through different equilibrium points R, H and T, and different income price line PQ, PQ dash and MN, we have derived BD as substitution effect, DE as income effect, and BE as price effect. Here also the product under consideration is a normal good, because the income consumption curve ICC and PCC are upward sloping, and in both the case the demand for the commodity increases. There is positive effect. In the coming videos, we will be explaining the method of decomposing of price effect into income effect and substitution effect in case of inferior and given goods. Thank you.